Louisiana Beer Reviews looks at Leinenkugel's Cranberry Ginger Shandy. This is the last of the Leinenkugel's fall, I don't know what you call it, a fall sampler or discovery pack. It's a Shandy variety pack. Now the first two are really exquisite. Like, I'm not saying they're great beers per se, but they're certainly interesting. The first two had a lot of flavors and aromas that I had never really experienced in beers before. They had a slightly heavier body than the summer offerings from Leinenkugel. Leinenkugel's a subsidiary of Miller Brewing, which is owned by SAB. They have really started to get, in the last 10 years, more and more, maybe the last 5 years, into these shandies. It's become like their niche. And this is a Weiss beer brewed with honey with natural flavors. It's certified kosher. It's 4.2% alcohol. All the ones in this variety pack are 4.2, and they have really neat little paintings, sort of like you might have seen in the Saturday Evening Post years ago. I wouldn't have seen them probably before I was born, but so Cranberry Ginger Shandy. Did you know that Wisconsin produces more cranberries than any state in America? No, I did not know that. Our hometown pride inspired us to brew Leinenkugel's Cranberry Ginger Shandy, and probably the fact that they're selling a whole lot of these shandies and it's profitable. Wheat beer, cranberry, and ginger is as refreshing as a toboggan ride out here. Now, Leinenkugel sort of runs their own little operation. They're owned by Miller and have been since 1987, one of the earliest, maybe the earliest craft brewery buyouts. But Miller, their model is sort of like to buy the companies and let them run themselves, and I guess as long as they're making money, why not? So the Leinenkugel family still does actually run the unit. What Leinenkugel's was famous for in Wisconsin until, I guess, the Miller buyout was this, the Leinenkugel's original beer, which you rarely see even in Wisconsin. I have to tell you, I've been around Milwaukee and whatnot. I saw it at a few little stores on that lake highway between Racine and Wisconsin, Milwaukee. This is a pretty good American style lager beer. They also make a Leinenkugel's Light, which is even rarer than this. So the chances of seeing this are minuscule, and the chances of seeing the light are even lower, I think. Now, people that live around Milwaukee in that area might say, oh no, they have it in all these different stores. I just haven't seen it. Okay, a pretty thick off-white head, and the appearance is cloudy, and to me it looks orange gold. Now I don't know how it's looking on the playback, but sometimes what you see in real life is a little different than video reproduction. But it's bubbly. It's getting kind of dark outside, but I think there's probably some little grit in there from the ingredients. Same thing, it's just bursting with aroma. Now this one is bursting with, hey, cranberry juice in the malt. So think of a white beer with a lot of juice. Can't really find fault with the aroma. I mean, I'm not a flavored beer drinker, to tell you the truth, but when I saw these 3 cans in that bin at Rouse's in Gentilly, the Gentilly area of New Orleans, for $1 a can, I couldn't help it. I had to buy it. Well, I could have helped it, but I was buying it. I mean, Rate Beer doesn't like it. Beer Advocate's saying it's okay. This is the first video review for this beer in the world. And I have to tell you, it tastes like beer, an ale, you know, really light ale, and fruit juice, cranberries, but not strong cranberry, but it's there. Maybe there's, yeah, I guess there's a little ginger to spice it up, but it's mellow. The mouthfeel is light to medium, and the finish is semi-dry, it's refreshing, and it's super drinkable. This is light, a little lighter body than the other two in the variety pack. the flavors and the aroma is a little lower profile, a little less bold. But this is still not dull in any way. But you might find this is the most drinkable of the three, the old-fashioned Shandy, the Fall Harvest Shandy, and this, because it's just not, you know, the other two, the flavors and the aromas are so bold, they kind of push back a little bit. They push back against you, they fight back. But, yeah, these probably are the best three Shandies I've ever tried. And I've tried now, over these years, I've tried a pretty good amount. Shandies, or as they call them in Europe, Radlers. And Leinenkugel's like hitting their stride now. I mean, they're just like focusing on these Shandies, and they're hitting all the right spots. Would I go out and buy it? No, that is not a style. I mean, if I was going to drink a Leinenkugels, I would be drinking this one. Or that, you know, some of those really super duper for their Big Eddie series are really strong 8 or 9% alcohol beers. But for beer overall, it's good. And for a flavored beer, it's an A. No complaints. I mean, it doesn't really, I don't think it has any faults. I really don't. So, Les Bon Ton Roulé, another winner in that fall pack, 3 out of 3 winners, and I'm going to end this review by saying, y'all come on down to New Orleans. New Orleans.